Want us women to stop getting emotional over guys we just don't know. And the best way to stop getting emotional. Hi, my name's Abby, and if it's your first time watching me, welcome. And if you've watched my other videos, welcome back. So I was inspired to make this video because I'm in a group. I won't say what the name is, and I won't say the name of the person in this group, but let's just call her Shelly. So Shelly went on a date with a guy, and we'll just call him Tony. So Shelly recently went on a date with a guy, but before that, they were previously talking online. She had met him online just before the lockdown, and then they went into lockdown, so they continued to talk online. And afterwards, after the lockdown, 2 or 3 months later, they were finally able to meet in person. They went on a date and things went well. After the date, Shelly sent Tony a text just to thank him, to say she had a really nice time. And Tony had messaged her back just to ask what did she think about us. And Shelly says she thinks he's a lovely guy, and I'm going to explain what Shelly should have actually said when he asked about us. Now, it was time for them to arrange their second date, so they had fixed something for the weekend, and he had sent her a message on a Wednesday, and Shelly responded back to that message. And after that, she never heard anything from him. The weekend had arrived and she was wondering what's going on, because obviously they had made plans and she's heard nothing from him. So she basically sent a message to the group asking for everyone's opinions about what we thought of the situation. And there were so many different opinions on what she should do. Some were like she should send him a message. Some were like you should just forget about him. I kind of felt like, Shelly, you actually don't know this guy. Why are you even emotionally invested in someone that you just don't know? This is what we shouldn't do. Get in our feelings over a guy that we don't even know. Like, we need to stop doing that. She was literally torturing herself about, where is he? Why hasn't he messaged me? And what is wrong with her? Nothing's wrong with her. And we don't know what this guy's excuse for not being around that weekend. All we know is that he hasn't messaged her. And I think Shelly personally should just continue living her life and date other people, because we forget, we go on one date and I think we forget that after that date we're still single. Unless you've actually had the what are we conversation, you're free to date as many guys as you want to. And I think what got Shelly in her feelings was the fact during the lockdown they were obviously having conversations, sending messages, but that doesn't really mean anything to a guy. He could have been messaging multiple women. In fact, that's probably why he never even responded to her when it came to the weekend, because perhaps he was out on another date. And you know what? Fair enough, he's still single. I just want us women to stop getting emotional over guys we just don't know. And the best way to stop getting emotional is to actually continue dating other guys. Because if you just have all your focus on one guy who's not your man, it is going to block all the blessings and all the other wonderful guys, because you're too busy worried about, why hasn't he messaged me? And it could be for a number of reasons. Anyway, someone has sent a message just to follow up on the group. What happened? Did she reach out? And she did. Fair enough. Okay, I think sometimes women, we torture ourselves. You want to know, why hasn't he sent me a message? Personally, I wouldn't message the person, but she decided to send him a message, and she found out the reason why he wasn't available that weekend was because he had to go to a funeral. Could be true, could be lies, who knows? But now she knows that he had to go to a funeral. My argument is that he obviously doesn't think that much about her to let her know that he's going to cancel the weekend. You see how men feel different to women? Because if he really, and I'm not saying he's a bad guy or he doesn't like her, it's just that he's not that emotionally invested in the first place to let her know the date is cancelled. And furthermore, how would she have known that he had a funeral to go to? At what point was he going to let her know, you know, this is why I wasn't around over the weekend? She had to get that information by reaching out to him. And I think if he really respected her and actually thought something of her, he would have let her know. So what I want to say is, what should Shelley have said when he asked about us? I think Shelley should have said, you seem like a cool guy. However, I don't know you well enough to give an opinion about us. I need to get to know you first. That way, you're letting him know that he needs to put in effort. If he's actually trying to talk about us, he needs to show up for us, and his actions will let you know how you feel about us. Kind of need to keep him on his toes, keep him curious. Like, okay, she thinks like, you know, you want him to prove himself to you. So ladies, please stop emotionally investing yourselves in guys that you don't know that well. You don't know them, okay? That's all I have to say. If you like this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and do subscribe for more videos just like this. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.